Thank you so much for attending our webinar today about orientation and welcome week. We're super excited to have you and can't believe how soon welcome week actually is. So we're really looking forward to it. Hope you guys are as well. I have members here of the Campus Life staff with me to talk to you about some events with orientation, what welcome week is going to look like generally, and some other tips about how you can get involved starting from the very beginning, still make connections, still have a great experience in your first semester. So we're really excited that you're joining us. We're going to give our participants just a moment here to log in before we get started. My name is Kelly Butler. I'm Associate Director of Admission here at Oglethorpe. If you've watched any of these videos, you've seen me before, but I hope you're really excited that our summer is wrapping up and we are about to head into fall semester because we cannot wait to welcome you. We're happy to take your questions as always, so please feel free to use the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen. We will get to as many of them as we can, and we'll probably answer some of them here in the beginning before we even get to questions. So again, feel free to ask them now. We may cover them, but if we don't, we will get to them as soon as we have given you some of this information. I will let our other panelists introduce themselves here in just one second as soon as our participants have had a chance to log in. But we hope that you are ready and excited for the fall semester to begin. If you have questions come up after this, which of course you will, please feel free to email us. Your admission counselor is happy to help you at any point. So we don't want anyone to feel confused or not know what's going on. Please let us know if you have any questions. We know things are changing a lot, so let us know and we would be happy to help. All right, perfect. We have a pretty steady number of attendees here. Thanks again for joining us. I will go ahead and let our panelists introduce themselves. Again, my name's Kelly. I'll be moderating your questions, so feel free to send them in anytime. Chantel, did you say you wanted to start first?
I can go first. Hi, everybody. My name is Chantel Jones. I'm the coordinator of student involvement in Greek Life. If you've been on any of our Greek Life panels, you might have seen me pop in a little bit. If not, hi, this is my face. But yeah, I am an Oglethorpe alum. I graduated in 2018, so I've been in your shoes. Not literally, because it's a very different time, but I've been at Oglethorpe. I went through orientation, welcome week. We still have all the same fun things planned, just remote. So we're super excited to welcome you. And yeah, that's who I am. I'll pass it over to LaRon.
Yes. So greetings, class of 2024. My name is LaRon Burge. I'm the Assistant Director of Student Involvement. Super excited that you're going to be joining the Oglethorpe family. We know that things are going to look a little different beginning for you as we're going to be in our remote start, but I guarantee we're still going to have the same engagement and high activity as we do in person. So I'm very excited that you're joining the Oglethorpe family, and I look forward to connecting with you because I know I will.
Hey everyone, my name is Rachel Clark. I'm the Assistant Director of Campus Life, and I kind of do a little bit of everything. So helping with orientation, a little bit of student conduct, but then one of my other roles is the Title IX coordinator, so you all will be hearing from me if you haven't already at some point. But I'm really excited and looking forward to seeing all of your faces and getting to know you all throughout orientation.
All right, perfect. Thank you guys. So these are our panelists, and again, they want to answer your questions, so feel free to send them in at any point. All right, so would you guys like to go ahead and give us a little bit of an overview of what orientation and welcome week are going to be like?
Sure. LaRon, you want to take?
Absolutely. So we're very excited about orientation. So we are going to kick it off. It'll be Friday, September 4th. It will go to that day, Friday, September 4th through Monday, September the 7th. We're going to be having it'll start at 7 p.m. Friday, September 4th, where we'll have introductions of our student involvement team again. We'll introduce our orientation leaders who are working hard to prepare great activities and get you engaged as well from a student leadership perspective. So and we also have some other folks, the alumni association will be doing a presentation, a virtual presentation about the O-Book and how to get connected within the alumni. And so we also will have some icebreakers and some team breakers, and you'll have time to meet your orientation leaders during that time. So we're very excited for you to connect that Friday night. Also, we'll be having a remote movie. We'll be premiering the movie Scoob that night, Friday night, for you to watch remote. We'll start that about 8:30. So we'll just to give you a little something to entertain yourself. And, we know that you're still getting transitioned onto getting ready for classes on Tuesday, but just to provide you with some kind of entertainment and something to kind of relax and unwind with. So that's our Friday, just kind of an introduction, kind of a lighter day to say who we are, what we expect, how to get connected in the Oglethorpe community, and just to give you a brief overview of what orientation looks like and to give you a brief welcome. So you want to talk about Playfair, Chantel?
I love Playfair. Yes, I will absolutely talk about Playfair. So LaRon did a great job of covering Friday. So our Saturday morning activity starts off with Playfair. And if you've been on the website, you've seen like there's a little clip of what Playfair online looks like. Basically, it's this, and I'm not gonna quote it word for word, but high-spirited interaction activity. Obviously, we usually have it in person, but they do a great job of conducting it online. So basically, you get to meet all of you get to meet each other. So it's like it's one of my favorite things that I've ever done. I love Playfair. It's super fun. It moves super quickly. I just talked to a Playfair coordinator yesterday, basically to just get you involved and meet each other. We know it's really hard right now to just feel like you're connected, and that's our big thing for the weekend, is making sure you're connected to your fellow classmates, your other incoming students, and also some of the other upperclassmen. So we have a bunch of orientation leaders that will be in Playfair as well. That's really my favorite thing. Like I can talk to you all day about Playfair because I love Playfair. I'll probably be there. So if you see my face again, just, say, I know that girl. And so that's Saturday morning. And then later on that day, we have a chance for you all to meet a bunch of really important offices. So we'll have basically what you call our Navigating Oglethorpe sessions. And that's really what it is, like navigating what Oglethorpe looks like, how to the offices you need to meet. So we need to meet your academic advisors, talk to counseling services, campus safety. Rachel will be on a call. Rachel will be there as well. Meet career development. Use them. They will help you get jobs in the future. I know you're all incoming students. They are great at doing that. So that's really what Saturday is. And then what else Saturday night? Saturday night is that the escape room?
Yes, those are escape rooms.
Escape room.
Escape rooms. So you have 2 hours.
I love all the fun. Everything else is fun, but
Yeah.
I'm always like, yes, the social stuff. I'm the big social person. So our Saturday night event is escape rooms. You have 2 options. You get more information about that at the beginning of next week. But you have a chance to also build community within your teams for the escape room. So I'm super looking forward to that. And then I guess LaRon want to pop back, or Rachel want to talk about something else.
Sure. So we'll talk about Sunday. I'll give you an overview of Sunday. So Sunday is going to be, we'll start off, there's 2 optional activities. We're going to have an interfaith worship service that will be at 9 a.m. And there's also there's some meditative activities planned from 9 a.m. as well. And so with those activities, our Associate Director of Residence Life, Dr. Natasha Bird, and our Director for Counseling Services, Dr. Claire Fuller, will be leading those activities, some mindfulness activities. And then that day, we also have a couple speakers that day. We have Daryl Blamamy. He's been to our campus before on several occasions. He's our diversity speaker. He does a great job of talking about and introducing DEI initiatives to the college campus and what that looks like and how do you experience that and navigate that in the college community. And so we'll be having him. So we're very excited he's returning. Also, for our alcohol and other drugs presentation, we'll be doing Shot of Reality. It's a live performance that talks about the effects of alcohol and other drugs in the college campus and how to prevent that from occurring. So we'll be having those presentations on Sunday as well. And another big thing on Sunday is we'll be having in the afternoon is we're going to be having a diversity panel. And so, and that will start at 4 p.m. that Sunday afternoon. So throughout this panel, it will highlight some of our student organizations that are underrepresented or diverse, or our student population. So we want to showcase that to case not only to the Oglethorpe community, but to you as the class of 2024. Our new president is, with one of his initiatives is diversity, equity, inclusion is something he's really big on. And it's a big push that we're doing as a university. And so we just want to go ahead and showcase some of our resources that we have, our diverse resources that Sunday. So it's going to be mainly a student-led panel and showcasing a lot of our student organizations. We'll have some staff on those panels as well. So that'd be your opportunity for you to get connected, to see what resources we have are available, and also have questions. And also you can have a preview. You'll be previewed, pre-preview before the student involvement fair, because a lot of these same individuals will be in the student involvement fair as well. So you'll already be privy to have a little bit of information before the student involvement fair that Sunday. And so the activity for Sunday is trivia. So we'll move on to that evening. And so that will be a fun time as well. And so, and then Monday is Tim Masso. He's our sexual prevention speaker. And so he gives a very powerful message, an impactful message of what sexual prevention and violence looks like on college campuses. And so he's been to our campus several times in the past, and he really gives an impactful presentation. But we also are aware that you do have class the next day. So we definitely want that to be a lighter day. We want you to have time to prepare, to get the things you need for class. If you need to connect with some academic support or the registrar or an office, we want you to do all the things that you need to do to be successful for that Tuesday class. So we do want to make that day a little lighter so you can go into that, be ready to go Tuesday.
Yeah, all of the orientation programs, all the activities are engaging, they're fun, they're interactive. There are several that are mandatory, so you will have to log on and participate. Many of those will be recorded, so if you have Zoom fatigue and can't make it, those will be recorded and you're able to check in and participate in those later on. But there are several sessions that are mandatory, but I promise they're all fun and engaging.
Yes, absolutely.
Laurent, do you want to talk about the apps?
Yes, I am. So there's going to be several modes of communication that we're going to be utilizing since we're in the remote world. So we asked prior that before Friday that you have ready to go and downloaded our OU Connect, which is our app that houses all our student organizations here in Oglethorpe. The Cork app, and you should, if you haven't, we can send those instructions to you so you'll have those prior. Cork is an app that kind of works the same way with OU Connect. They kind of talk to each other, and so that's where you can see what events are happening and the time, and it schedules everything for breakdown by day and time. So that app, OU Connect, Zoom, because our platforms will be done by Zoom, so make sure your Zoom is up and running. It's important because that's going to be our mode of communication for our presentation, so just make sure that's working and download and ready to go prior to Friday. And then also, I know most of you are familiar with Band, so we will be communicating through you all through Band, as well as your orientation leaders, about sessions, schedules, giving you updates. If you have questions, it's just an easy way that we can connect. So if you can have all those things ready prior to Friday, September 4th, that would be awesome.
Oh, and Cork. So OU Connect is links to Cork. So Cork is the app you should download. OU Connect, you can find that on our Oglethorpe website, but Cork is CORQ. That is something you definitely need, so that way you can get all of your links, access to all of the events that we have going on for orientation weekend and welcome week the following week. So yeah, Laurent hit the nail on the head. That is everything. Make sure you have Band. If you're not familiar with Band, I'm sure your admission counselors have been telling you guys to download Band, use Band. That's where all of our orientation leaders, we call them OLs, will be creating your small groups and making sure they're connecting with you there as well.
Yes, awesome. Yeah, thank you, Chantel.
No problem.
So another thing, we'll go ahead and talk about Welcome Week. So Welcome Week is going to occur it'll start Tuesday and it'll go through the Sunday. So it'll start September the 8th and it will conclude at September the 13th. So each day we have some activities planned. One of the biggest activities that will be kicked off, we're going to do a little differently this year, is our Student Involvement Fair. Since we have a lot of student clubs and organizations, each day is going to feature a different club and organization. From 1 p.m. to 2:15 each day. It's going to be a student involvement fair. So 2 organizations will be featured each day during the week from 1 to 2:15 p.m. That way, in a Zoom webinar format, and that way you have time to see the organization's presentations, ask questions, get engaged. And so that way you can see a whole span and still give you the same concept versus one day we'll have it over the course of the whole week. So that's one of the big things that we're excited about, is we're still having our student involvement fair, because that is a big piece. Student involvement and student engagement is really big in your college career. It really goes hand in hand. You definitely are here, obviously, to get your degree and excel academically, but it's also important to have that social component as well. Oftentimes when you talk to students about, or alumni about, their college experience, they're often refer back to those connections and those memories they made in college. And I know for myself, it's very rare. I may have had 2 professors that have been impactful. Not saying professors are not impactful, they are, but I always refer back to my college, my involvement. I always refer back to that first. So that connectivity piece, and I just, for me personally, if I was not involved in a lot of things I was in undergrad, I probably would not be sitting here today. And so actually, I know I wouldn't. So it really helped me in a lot of ways. So being connected is very, very important. It's a very part of your journey. We have lots and lots of clubs and organizations that you can view. There's a computer science club that just got started this semester, so that's new on horizon. I believe there's a knitting club that's going to be in the works. There's some students talking about that, so that's another organization that's going to be featured as well. And that's another thing too. If there's something here we don't have and you want to start, you're able to start that club and organization. There's a specific guidelines, and you'll learn about all those things. A Student Government Association, which is known as SGA, will kick off the Student Involvement Fair September the 8th. And they'll be going through a lot of those kind of protocols about how to start an organization, a club and organization. And so if it's something reasonable and something not crazy, absolutely, we could bring it to Oglethorpe. Since I've been here, several clubs and organizations have started. And so you're just not limited. And that's the one good thing. You're not in the boxes. So if you see something you don't want, it is obtainable to have a club or organization started. So just want to let you keep that in mind as well, because it's just very important to be connected. SGA is definitely have rebranded themselves this year. I'm excited for the leadership. I advise SGA. I'm excited about their year, the leadership and the connectivity they have made already. So they have some lot of positive things, a lot of great programming coming their way. One thing they are going to be doing is they're going to be doing a visual for all the lives that have been lost in the Black Lives Matter movement. They're going to be doing that the first day of classes. So that's one of the programs that they will be doing that September the 8th, that Tuesday. I believe it's at 7 p.m. So you'll see some communication about that. And I know throughout the orientation weekend that will be announced as well. And also their meetings are Thursdays at 6 p.m. And so there will be remote this semester just because that's where we are in life right now. So I know SGA is really wanting to be there. Their main concern is definitely listening to the student's voice. And so if you have a concern or something you'd like seen, SGA is there for you. We have a very, very strong SGA president and an exec board this year. So they're really, really here to really be a support system for you at Oglethorpe. So I'm definitely excited about that. Also be on the lookout if you're interested in being a freshman senator. That's something SGA will be sending out as well, because each class there's senators for each class, freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. There's usually about 4. So be on the lookout from that communication from SGA as well. I know they'll probably be talking about that most likely at the Student Involvement Fair on September 8th about freshman senators, because that's something they want to get implemented as soon as they can. So if you're interested in that, I would highly recommend that you come to that session, or Taylor Roberts is the SGA president. You'll see her probably throughout the weekend, the week. So you can always shoot her an email as well, and myself for more information.
Perfect. All right. Do we want to get into questions, or is there anything else you guys would like to mention before we do that?
I have one shameless plug. All of you all received an email for Everfi. There is an alcohol EDU course and a sexual assault prevention course that I do need you all to do prior to the start of classes. So you all received that within the last 2 or 3 weeks. Go ahead and log on. They together should take about 2.5 hours or less. But like I said, I do need you to complete those prior to the start of classes on the 8th. But that is all, and we can head to questions.
Well, I guess I can shamelessly plug, because I oversee Greek life. Go Greek, everybody. I would love for y'all to sign up.
Yes.
I was Greek in undergrad here, so it's great. Obviously, it looks a little different, but our men and women's organization are ready to get new brothers and sisters. So if you have any questions about that, reach out. I'm here to answer all those questions, but that's my small shameless plug.
Yeah, there's plenty of opportunities for you to get involved this fall, even though things are virtual, things are remote. Still plenty of opportunities to join a club, join an organization, get to know fellow students, get to know other staff members. Laurent mentioned a bunch of different clubs and organizations you can join. There's also the Student Conduct Board. That'll be a board that's kind of be growing, getting some students involved. So if that's something that you're interested in, hearing conduct cases and helping make campus a safe and responsible place to be, definitely reach out, let me know, but that'll be an opportunity as well. So I think we're good for questions now.
Yes.
All right, so Claudia asked on that exact note, what leadership opportunities do we have that we can participate remotely, such as tutoring other students or helping with events or some type of peer leadership? So I know that not all those areas are directly under you guys, but in terms of students who want to, get involved and be leaders on campus starting their first year, what are some opportunities that you can think of that they should look out for?
Yes. I would say one organization that's really good for first year students get involved in is programming board. And so I think, be looking out for, they are also going to be day one of the student involvement fair as well. It's going to be SGA and programming board, because those student organizations those two organizations really house, if I may say, other student organizations, and they drive other student organizations. But programming board is an awesome way for freshmen to get involved on campus. Programming board does a lot, and we still are doing programs remotely. We have some things planned already. So yes, there's definitely opportunity if you're interested in being part of the programming board. Definitely opportunity for that to get some leadership experience in that area as well. There's also, I know I think there may be some mentoring opportunities available as well. So that may be one of the things for first year students that's possibly coming through as well. So just be on the lookout for that piece as well. But definitely go programming board. Greek life is definitely, like Chantel said as well, recruitment is in full effect. And so, and it's definitely in the remote environment. If you're interested in going Greek, I also will put a plug into, I'm Greek myself. I'm a big advocate about going Greek. It's a great time. There's a lot of experiences, lots and lots of leadership you can gain by being in the Greek community. And so those are two avenues I would definitely suggest exploring.
Fantastic. And you can also look out for info from the A-Lab and others. If you're interested in, working as a tutor or something like that, those opportunities will still be available virtually because those services will still be available virtually. So, and also you hear from the Career Center as well, as they mentioned during Welcome Week. So, getting in touch with different offices is a great way to find out different positions and opportunities that will be available. Excuse me. Ashrakat asked, will we be hearing about these events in detail next week through email?
Yes, we will. Yes, most likely you will receive. Will also our schedule will be live, and you most likely will receive an email about all of our scheduling opportunities going on next week. So yes, you should receive that communication next week. Yes.
Kelly, can we pivot back really quickly? I want to touch on the person that asked, are gender nonconforming people welcome in Greek life? 100% yes. We can talk about each organization is a little bit different, but if you want to reach out to me, I can put my email, or Kelly can put my email in the chat, and you can reach out to me and we can definitely talk about it. 100%. Greek life is super open. I know everybody has this conception of Greek life, but Greek life at Oglethorpe is very different than what you would see at Greek life at UGA or bigger schools. So we can definitely have a conversation about what Greek life looks on Oglethorpe's campus. But yes, if you want to email me, my email is cjones5@oglethorpe.edu. Reach out to me and I would love to talk to you guys about it, for sure.
Perfect. I will put your chat into your email into the chat. So if anybody wants to reach out about Greek life, and if you're just interested in Greek life in general, we also did a few sessions a few weeks ago as part of our MAP online programming, and there's videos of recorded webinars and things like that, as well as contact information for some of the folks, the student representatives for Greek life. So please feel free to peruse those if you haven't already. All right, let's take a look at some other questions. What time is the fair? Somebody asked. I'm guessing that's the student activities fair that they mean. If I'm wrong, you can send another message, but do we know when the student activities fair is going to be?
Yes, I believe it's 1 p.m. to
yes. 2:15. Yes.
So starting on Tuesday, the 8th, going until I think the 18th, I believe. We have a bunch of student organizations there. Show up, they're great. Get involved, I love it.
Yes.
Perfect. And then let's see here. Somebody asked what was the name of the app to download. So it was Cork, CORQ, OU Connect, making sure you have Zoom, which I would
Yes.
imagine you guys do by now, but make sure you have a Zoom account, and the band. So every student who's paid their enrollment deposit should have received an invitation to join band, which is a student chatting platform that we have. If you didn't, you lost it, you never joined, whatever the case may be, just call, text, email your admission counselor, and we can easily send it to you again and make sure you receive it. A lot of students are in there already. They have their own chats, just getting to know each other, but it's also a place that we can post important updates, and there's gonna be a lot of orientation information. So even if you haven't been involved there thus far, please make sure you get on and check it out here in the coming days so that you don't miss any important information. Let's see what else we got here. Somebody asked, this is a little bit off topic, but somebody asked, when do we get our class schedules? You should already have your class schedule, and you should have met with an academic advisor to talk about it, unless you enrolled in just the past couple of weeks. So it does take us a little bit of time to set up your class schedule. So if you enrolled super recently, it's probably being set up right now. So make sure you're checking your email to make sure that you see, we'll basically reach out to every student to set up an appointment to talk with an advisor about your class schedule. You have to have done your course preference form in your Peachel portal for us to make one for you, so make sure that's done. If you've been enrolled for a while and you never talked to an advisor about your schedule, we've been trying to find you because we've been trying to meet with every single student. So please reach out to us if you haven't done that yet, because we want to make sure that you get that schedule and that everything makes sense to you. Someone asked, are any of these events mandatory, or are they just strongly encouraged? So how should students think about attending these different events?
Sure. So we do have some events that are mandatory, and then we have some that are social. And so in the schedule, it is distinguished. So mandatory events are marked with an asterisk, and they should say mandatory. Social events are underlined, and it should say social.
Come, right? So we know most folks are either at home or somewhere safe. And it's a great way for you to get to know folks. So even if it's not mandatory, if you are able to come, you should come, because it's going to be fun, and it's a great way to get to know your classmates. So please try to make all of the events that you can, especially if they're mandatory, but if you can attend them all, we would recommend that you do. Somebody asked, how do you log into Cork? Is there specific instructions that students need to use to log in, or is there any advice you guys can give?
It uses the same, your Oglethorpe email and that password that should just get you in there. So the same thing you use to get into Oasis, Moodle, OU Connect. So let me clarify. OU Connect is not downloadable. It's not an app. OU Connect is just, because I feel like, I don't know, I want to make sure they knew. OU Connect is just a website, but the same way you log into OU Connect will be how you log into the Cork app. And it should show the Oglethorpe University logo, so the quadrifoil.
Okay, so Cork, Zoom, and Band are the apps. OU Connect is a website you should be familiar with, and you can bookmark it. And they all, other than, well, the Cork and the OU Connect will use your Oasis, your email. They're all the same. Anytime Oglethorpe wants you to log into something, try that first, and it should work. What is the name of the site for the drug test thing Ms. Clark talked about? I'm guessing they mean the alcohol prevention.
Yeah, so it's called Everfi, EVERFI. You should have already received emails, potentially reminders about taking it. So if you haven't got that, make sure that you're checking your Oglethorpe email, because that's where the emails are going to. And then if you still can't find it or haven't received it, reach out to me and I can put my email in the chat as well. But I would say most students have probably received it at this point, and it does need done before the start of classes. It can impact future enrollment in classes, so you can get a hold on your account if it isn't completed. So like I said, it is super important that you get it done, but I'll put my email in the chat. If for some reason you don't have it or can't find it in your Oglethorpe email, you can just let me know.
Yeah, word to the wise, check your Oglethorpe email every day. I know it's annoying. I know it's hard to check multiple emails, but you're going to miss out on important stuff. Your professors are never going to email your personal email. Administration is going to email your Oglethorpe email only. So at least once a day, check in. Just put it on your phone. You'll get notifications. It'll be much easier. Okay, are all the activities shown on OU Connect still going to be available if through COVID are some activities not going to be available. So is what's in OU Connect now accurate, or will they be seeing some changes?
Everything in OU Connect should be up to date. They should all have virtual links. So they should all have Zoom links. LaRon and I literally approve everything that goes into OU Connect. So it should all be up to date. If not, let us know. But it should be all remote. So everything you should be able to attend. If they have an on-campus location, they should not. So, but yes, you should be able to attend everything that's hosted on OU Connect. You should be able to attend even from your house.
Perfect. Okay. How do I know who my academic advisor is? So I'll just answer that one since it's not directly related to orientation. Your Compass advisor for your first year is going to reach out to you most likely by email within your first 2 weeks of classes. So basically, if you have an advising question right now, you can reach out to the person who met with you over the summer, your MAP advisor. It might have been your admission counselor, might have been somebody else on campus, but everybody should have by now, unless they're, again, a new enrollee, should have had a meeting about their class schedule. So you can ask that person. You can also reach out to Renee Alvarez, who's the head of Compass Advising. His email is ralvarez@oglethorpe.edu. I can send it to you if you need it. But you'll meet your actual Compass advisor within the first 2 weeks of classes. They'll reach out to you, set up an initial appointment by phone or Zoom, most likely Zoom, get to know you a little bit. But for right now, you don't need to worry about it. If you do have a class schedule question, ask who you met with over the summer, ask Renee Alvarez. When all else fails, just text or email your admission counselor and we'll get you connected with somebody that you need to talk to. So you will meet them soon. Will we be at a disadvantage / miss out on different activities if we live at home and not on campus this semester?
Not at all.
No, not at all. I will say I feel that the student organizations are ready. They are excited. Some have worked over the summer. They're ready and they're ready to engage. Several have events already planned. So I would say not at all. It's going to be good.
Everything that, especially that LaRon and I are planning, because we're a student involvement team, we're planning all of our events remote. So you guys will not miss out on anything. We will make sure you're connected. We'll make sure you are still having a great time, even in your house. We will try to make sure it is as normal as we can in this oddly new normal world.
Yeah, and if you're not living on campus, you may not have been getting updates, but basically for students who are living on campus, things will be limited. There will be not having really indoor gatherings, at least for the first 2 weeks, but potentially beyond that as well for the first semester. We're asking that folks gather outside and still social distancing if they do. And, we're not having club meetings, in buildings on campus. We're not having activities, fair, big group in the TLCC, right? So you're not going to miss out on opportunities to engage because you're not physically on campus. Those will be much smaller, much more, individuals hanging out together versus group things happening. Okay, I imagine this question will not have an easy answer because everybody's different, but if you want to give us a general impression, what will Rush Week look like online? What should we expect?
So I'm not sure if you mean men's or women's, but they both will look absolutely different. Our panel recruitment will be held from September 21st through September 25th. You can find all of their information on the Panhellenic website. Or you can go to greeklife.oglethorpe.edu and you can find all of their information there. We are still working on Rush. We like to call it all recruitment. So all recruitment activities for men and women look a little different. Right now, only our 3 Panhellenic organizations are prepared and ready to go for recruitment week. It looks a lot different. So each thing will be virtual. You will still get to meet all of the women that are in the houses. They're not in their houses, so they're all in their home as well. So it looks different. But they are super, I can say I meet with them every single day. They are super excited to welcome new people. Our men's organization, we are working with them now to get out what their recruitment week will look like as well. But again, it's all remote. It's all it's all happening virtually. So no one's gonna miss out anything. You will see all the same information. The men and the women are doing pretty much the same thing, just a little bit different. So hopefully I answered your question. But also email me if you have more questions and I can point you in the right direction of who to talk to. That's not me.
All right, do you have, do you know the number of undergrads that will be on campus this semester? I know it's fluctuated. I don't have an exact number. It's going to be a few hundred. It'll be less than half of what it normally is, which is what's allowing us to give everybody their own bedroom and their own bathroom for safety. So it will, be significantly less than what we are typically seeing at this point in the year. We hope to welcome everybody back in the spring. We have to obviously roll with the punches and see where we are at that point. So you'll get information about that much ahead of time later on in the semester with where we think we are. But it's going to be less than half of the number of students that we typically see on campus. If you are living on campus, we did have a webinar last night about preparing for move-in and some of the updates for on-campus living. We'll make that recording available on YouTube as well as the MAP Moodle course online. So if you weren't able to watch, we will definitely make that recording available if you want to get more information of what it's like living on campus. If you're not living on campus, don't worry. We're still going to have, like we said, we'll still have lots of opportunities for you to get involved. That's always true, right? I mean, it's not as if people who commute to campus can't get involved, but we'll be working even harder this time since access to campus will be limited. How do I log in to and check my Oglethorpe email since we are on the topic of email? You should have set it up already through, basically you go to Oasis first and then you'll be able to set up your email through Outlook. And you can go to Outlook and log in to your Oglethorpe email. I would install the app on your computer. I would install the app on your phone. It should be the same login information you use to set up your Oasis account. So it's typically your first letter, the first letter of your first name, your last name, and then potentially a number. So like Chantal is C Jones 5. I'm K Butler 1. Some folks would just be, L Burge or R Clark, depending on if there's ever been another person with that name in the system. You should have gotten that information already. If you've already set it up, you should be able to log in. If you're having trouble, reach out to your admission counselor. We'd be happy to help. We might need to connect you with IT, but we definitely want you to have access to your email because if not, you are missing out. This is another unrelated question, but I'm going to answer it real quick because other people have asked the same question. What does a credit from the bookstore mean? If we use any of that money, do we have to pay it back or how does that work? Thank you. Can't wait to meet everyone. Yay. So if you have a credit in the bookstore, typically what that means is you are set to receive a credit or refund. So either that means you have an excess of student loan funding or you've overpaid. So maybe you paid your balance and now you're living off campus and you have a credit. Typically means you have extra money in your account, either from a loan or from a refund or credit. The billing department will put a credit to the bookstore for you. So they will extend basically a line of credit that you can use in the bookstore if you want to. If you do, whatever you spend there is subtracted from that credit that you had, right? So it's not free money necessarily, it's your money, but you're able to use it in the bookstore if you would like. So if you have more questions about that, you're not really sure where that credit's coming from, you can always ask us. We'd be happy to investigate a little bit. All right, I had sent in my student ID photo. When do I get it? Do you guys know much about the student PetroPass process?
Yes, they will either be sent. So if you are remote and you live at home or wherever you live, it will be sent to you within the coming weeks or so. And if you are residing on campus, they will have it for you when you move in. So you should be receiving it in the next few weeks. I can't tell you exactly when, but in the next few weeks, I know people in other departments are working on, everybody has sent a picture and their PetroPass should be ready to go and it will be mailed to you.
Yeah, and if you haven't sent in your picture yet, let's do that. Basically, we want a picture of your face straight on. Ideally, just your face so we can see it. And you'll send it to the email facilities@oglethorpe.edu. I'll put it in the chat. And then in your subject line, you should put your full name and your Oglethorpe student ID. If you haven't found the number, let me know. It is in your Oasis account. So when you log into Oasis, you'll see a number, typically starts with 08 for most folks. But you want to send that picture to facilities so they can print a PetroPass for you. They can't do it without a picture. So we definitely need that for every student. Somebody asked, do you need a PetroPass if you aren't staying on campus? You won't need it immediately, but you still need it. So we'd love to still go ahead and get it to you so there's no delay. And then, you can still potentially, you'll need your ID number. It's easy to find there. Some places offer a discount to Oglethorpe students, so it's nice to have. And then once you are back on campus, you'll need it. So you want to go ahead and get it anyway. Let's see. What if you were supposed to be a commuter and you purchased a parking pass? I'm guessing you mean you need a refund on your parking pass. Reach out individually to your admission counselor and they can connect you with campus safety to see if we can get that fixed for you. Will we be getting a package with our ID and everything?
I believe so, yes.
Spoiler alert, yes. You're to get a little package in the mail soon. I'm not going to tell you what's in it because it's a surprise, but definitely do look out. I guess that's an important thing to know. If your address has changed, please let us know so we can send it to the right place. But yeah, you should be getting some stuff in the mail here soon. How long is orientation? I know we covered it a little bit, but if folks were late to log in, how long will the orientation process be?
Yes. So it starts Friday evening, September 4th, and it concludes Monday, September the 7th. So it's a span of 4 days. It also will be recorded as well. So do keep that in mind. If you miss a session, you can go back and still, you have until Tuesday, September 8th to view all the sessions.
All right. Somebody asked, are there any goodies or gifts we will be getting during orientation? Yes. So if you're living off campus, we'll mail you a package like we mentioned. If you're living on campus, you'll get it when you move in. So we'll give you some goodies to say, yay, we're excited to have you. It will include your Petro Pass, but also some other fun stuff as well. Let's see. Are there any other questions that we can answer right now? Go ahead and if you have any more questions, go ahead and send them in. We have time for a couple more.
Oh, I see one. It says, will we still receive a t-shirt for the first day of recruitment? If you mean panelists recruitment, absolutely. I'm ordering them tomorrow. So yes.
Perfect. Somebody says, I did not receive an email to get my student ID. How do I fix this? So it was part of some other like longer emails that we sent with tasks that we wanted you to do, as well as the MAP Moodle recruitment. So there wasn't a specific email about specific student IDs, but again, I'm going to put in the chat. So the email is facilities@oglethorpe.edu. Send a picture and your name and OU ID should be the subject line. So send that over to them when you have a chance. Don't have like sunglasses on or anything. We need to make sure we can actually see your face and should be straight on. It can be a selfie or something if you want. But you know, it's gonna be on your student ID for a while. So pick a picture you like and I'll go ahead and send that in the chat. So if you haven't done it yet, it's okay, just do it now. I sent an email with a photo from class, but I didn't include my name or ID because I wasn't aware of those instructions. Also, I might want to send a different picture. Should I send another email? Yeah, send another one. If they figured out who you were and they did it anyway, then that's fine. If not, this will help. So that just lets them know for sure who it is that is sending the photo, because not everybody sends it from their Oglethorpe email address. So if you're not sure, you can always send another one and then they have it if they need it. How long do we have to send in a picture for our ID? Do it right now because we've already printed as many as we have the information for, and we're trying to get them all done because we're putting your packages together right now. So if we don't have your picture for your ID yet, then we're not able to put an ID together for you in your package. So do it now. I know y'all got selfies on your phone. Don't even act like you don't. So go ahead and pick a cute one and send it to us, and we will put together your Petro Pass ASAP. I would say definitely try to do it by the end of the week, but as soon as possible is helpful. Don't have a question. I'm just saying thank you because y'all have worked so hard and we appreciate everything and everyone. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. Thank you.
That's so sweet.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hi, wow.
Yes.
Thank you. We're so excited to have all you guys here. Like you guys
Yes.
make it worth it. But thank you so much. It was so kind.
Yes, absolutely.
Somebody did ask, I sent my picture and information, but I was asked to resend it. Why is that? A few of you may have been asked to resend it if either, there were like hundreds of them sent at the same time. So it's possible one or two either got lost in the shuffle or were blocked or something like that. So if you were asked to resend it, it was because they didn't get it. Maybe it went to the wrong email or something, but you can resend the exact same thing you already sent. It's totally fine. You don't have to do a new picture unless they specifically asked for it. But sorry for the inconvenience, but if you could just send another one if requested, that would be helpful. All right, I think that is all of our questions. We've answered everything in the Q&A. So if there aren't any more, we can close out by just saying we're so excited to welcome you guys once again. We really appreciate y'all's enthusiasm and perseverance through this tough summer. We know it doesn't look like the way that you wanted it to, but we know it's still going to be an awesome year and an awesome 4 years. And we are so excited to welcome you because we know how amazing a group of students you are. So we really appreciate y'all sticking with us and being excited for the fall. If you have more questions, we put a bunch of emails in the chat. If you have specific needs for any one person, you can always email your admission counselor. We're still your go-to person until classes start. So if you don't know who to reach out to, just reach out to your admission counselor and we would be happy to help you. Anything else you guys want to mention before we head out here?
Get excited. We're super excited for you guys.
Absolutely.
I'm always like the person who's like, yes, go, rah, 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 happiness. No, really get excited. We are super excited to have you guys here. Download all the stuff, come to all the things you can.
Yes.
We don't want burnout, but like we really want you to be here. So come to all the things, go to the fun things too. That's where you meet the most people. Also, go to the needed stuff too. I should not say that, but yes, go to all the things, but
Absolutely.
but the fun things are fun too.
Yeah, why would you skip fun stuff? Like we all are in need of
Yes.
fun stuff right now. So please do that. And if you missed the beginning because you couldn't get logged in or anything, we are recording this like we record all of our sessions. We'll put it on the Matt Moodle course, which will still be available for a little bit until classes start. So just let us know if you need the recording or you can access it there and get all the info you need. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. We are pumped to welcome you in like less than 2 weeks, like basically 10 days. Crazy. So let us know if you need anything and we will see you soon. Bye.
See y'all. Bye.